I wish to continue with this video. I've put up so many in the last 2.5, 3 years, and on Facebook and Instagram. And I found out a couple of days ago that I don't know how many, of my videos have been made inaccessible. You can't get them, that are on YouTube. And one of them was Ennis Cosby. I wrote about mind control murders, and this one pretty much links it. I've put it up if anybody can find it, and on Facebook. Um, I wrote about mind control murders just like this. My sons, Mark and Scott, I don't even know where they are. I pray every day and think of them, that they're still alive and well and being taken care of, and not hurt because of their name, my name, who their mother is. My father's Edward VIII, and that's why they've taken some of my videos down, I'm sure. And this was made accessible to me yesterday, that this is the real reason for it, that Wallace Simpson married a double, not my father. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe Windsor, American, sister to Georgia O'Keefe, and you hear about the takedown was in part, well, to get rid of my father, because he's a very honest man, caring for his country, not at all the way they've lied. My God, they used an imposter and had him marrying Wallace Simpson and becoming the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, an illegal title, and take down of my father. You hear about Grace Kelly, who was an American princess who married, she became a princess when she married Prince Rainier of Monaco. You don't hear of my mom. You don't hear of me. I found out about my kidnapping in '83 when, after I was in a U.S. congressional campaign to replace a doctor I'd written about, Larry McDonald, congressman urologist from Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta. And Larry Flint had been shot, and I used that because he did an endorsement in '84 after I'd been out there twice in October during the campaign. And he says that I know who was responsible for his shooting in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I was living at Moonraker doing the book, and what they did to me all my life, but on April Fool's Day of '80 and thereafter, so hideous, and not one person has ever paid for their crimes. Now, before I finish this video, I did this to thank some of the people who responded to my plight and wished me well, and believe me, it's been very few, and I do thank them so much I won't name them here. I did thank them on Facebook. This is one of the murders that I wrote about mind control murders back in 1975 till April Fool's Day of '80 when they almost killed me. And this has continued. I had a letter from the FBI, so everybody knows who I'm saying is doing this, but it's the people that are doing it. They want me dead. They're too afraid to go up against the agency that's doing this. And they did it deliberately. I had a letter from the FBI, and, well, it was signed by William Harper, the U.S. Attorney, June the 23rd, which is my father's birthday, June the 23rd. And, of course, it was in 1979, and then I was almost killed April Fool's Day of '80, transported across the state line to Huntsville, Alabama, illegally, and the condition I was in was such a living hell, you can't even explain it. And being afraid that they were going to kill me and my kids, which I haven't really seen except a couple of times since then, and that's been, the last time I saw Mark was briefly in '83 during the campaign, and I haven't seen my son Scott since '82. My babies, both of them are. These are old photos, Mark and Scott. Of course, this was used, they gave me the name of a twin when they kidnapped me. The Kennedys, Joe was ambassador to England. When they took down my father, Edward VIII, was nothing but lies. My God, he's married to my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe. How sick can it get? And all these were lies done by an imposter. The photographs of him supposedly riding a tricycle with a diaper on and all these. So they took him down. And this woman knows the truth, always had. She's illegal. She's a money hungry. You finish my sentence, okay? And when I saw it's all for greed and no other reason, she's known of my existence. She's known of my plight over here, being kidnapped. Her father helped do it. Illegal George VI helped to illegally take down my father, Edward VIII, and put himself in power in this illegal family, Charles and now William. And I heard William say on NBC interview about a week ago that his father, Charles, had a sense of duty instilled in him at an early age. I'd like to ask him, since he has the press, I don't. He's living with my money and in my homes and giving away my country, and he has access to lie. Are you referring to who? That's a lie that was, and you've known it. And so is your father, and so is your grandmother and great-grandfather, George. You know, the one that you named your baby after, who you say is going to be future king? I hope you're all taken down. And sense of duty, what's that? To cover up crimes of an illegal takedown and living a life that's not yours, totally for greed and for no other reason, and you feel no remorse at all. Or else someone along the line would have Elizabeth or her father or some of my Windsor family there. I do know that some of my family, German, and I know the O'Keefes have probably done all they could here, but the Windsors there, at least Elizabeth and some of my close relatives there, are nothing but crooks. And I want my name back. Well, yes, I do, and it cleared up who the Windsor name really represents, and not this money-hungry woman who you bow to and people love because she's living this lifestyle that's not hers, and I'm living the lifestyle of someone who is treated less than any human, the worst criminal on earth, and the crime I committed, if that's a crime, was being born. And born the monarch. The day I was born, Edward VIII, the daughter, and he had, in his forced abdication, he had an addendum, which is all legal and signed, and that's why they put a 99-year seal on my birth and the illegal takedown of my father by this woman's father, George VI, illegal. I want to get this in now while I'm at it. The movie that was made of him, making him out to be a hero a few years ago, Madonna made a movie of Wallace Simpson, and my mom's never mentioned the illegal takedown. It wasn't even him. She had a movie of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, which is a total lie, and of their opulent apartment up in New York, etc., etc. This is American Spy. This was a double. This is the real King Edward VIII, who they lied about to take him down because he's a good guy and couldn't be bought. And for the power that went with it, this woman's part of the people that kidnapped me. Well, her father is. The Kennedy clan, Joe Kennedy, was ambassador at the time, 36 to 45 or 46 when they kicked him out. The Jews, the Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, Rockefellers helped kidnap me, and Roosevelt. Now then, I had someone in my plot trying to find a home because she's living in my homes. They've committed and tortured every crime in the book against me and my sons, and I hope the world has to watch it. I really do, because they need to. but anyway, she has made no attempt, even though she came through Virginia